Hello, monsters abound here, and welcome back to Total War Warhammer 3 and part 14 of my Greasus Goldtooth campaign for Patreon supporters. Last time the Patreon supporters had a poll. The poll was, should we make a new home in Cathay? I mean, it's not the best place. I mean, there's some temperate there, which is fine. That's the Bastion, though, so that's completely pointless. A lot of savannah, though, which is weird, because in the Mortal Empires map, I think there was like two or three not even provinces, 2 or 3 regions, just like how this would be a region. So this bit here, which were savannah, which meant that if you had savannah as one of your if you had like 4 climates that your faction liked, and one of them was savannah, it's like, well, may as well just not fucking have it. But it looks like savannah is in abundance in Cathay, so well done there. I get why have you taken so much damage? And where? Oh, because we've lost Mr. McFryer, haven't we? Never mind. We're going to make a new home. We still got. So Greasus is fucking mental. Nurgle, the realm of Nurgle is going to open up. Cathay has shit tons of armies, as per fucking usual. So that's good. The poll. I should probably get to the poll. The poll. What the fuck happened there? Hello, Nurgle camp. Oh, what? How can you reach me? I checked. You couldn't. Where the fuck did you come from? I'm fairly sure you couldn't reach me. Fuck, well. Well, son of a bitch. How the fuck did you reach me?
I am no one's servant.
I guess you can, but how? I'm like 90% sure I checked that and I was like, no, you're fine.
The over-tyrant.
Oh, well. Fine. In that case, we're going over here. Squeak, 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 squeak. Deploy camp. Gonna boop out of camp. Boop, boop, boop the camp. Boop, boop, beep, boop. I'm not going to upgrade at the moment because I don't know if I'm going to be able to keep. But we're going to head up to Is it Wei Jin? We're going to go and take Daddy home. We're going to take Daddy's home. So we're going to do. I should have. I made a grave tactical error here.
I could never betray Nurgle.
Jesus, that's a lot of Nurglings.
Slaughtermaster.
That's a lot of Nurglings. You've got too many Nurglings, Kugath. That's too many.
Slice the meat.
Right, let's bop you. Do I auto? I feel like I could auto-resolve this, but I might regret this.
Let your hunger guide.
Yep, I regretted that.
The chop house overflow.
Auto-resolve in this game is so fucking obnoxious. But we're going to go for the ambush. So let's go for the ambush. Tommy Pickles. We lost General Belchit. That was a shame, but he died doing what he loved. Being mauled to death by Nurglings. Was it Nurglings? Maybe. I think it was. Yeah, it was Nurglings. Okay. And Kugath just has a shit ton of Nurglings now, which is fun. I get the feeling I might just end up going into the realm of Nurgle and being like, well, I guess this is fine then.
No one can stop us now.
Right, what I should have done is I should have cozied up to Cathay. Right, ignore the... Right, fuck the ogres. Not literally. I don't know how you... It's logistics there, really, is the problem. But make friends with Cathay. If we're friends with Cathay, then we don't have to worry about going to Cathay. And then we can sort of head in this direction. Which, to be honest, you're probably better off doing anyway. Cathay's the worst direction to head in, because it's filled with regions that are just... Not that you have to really worry about regions as ogres, I guess. But it's probably the worst place to go realistically. I mean, there's some temperate places up here, which is fine, I guess. But yeah, overall, probably the worst. And now we're having to deal with massive incursions from demons in our mountains. So we're going to make a new home. But considering we're going to have to deal with the rifts, and I do think in all future campaigns, I'm just going to mod the rifts out. I kind of want to make a long... do I want to make... I don't really... Like, there's people who do very good sort of thinky videos, as I call it. Because this isn't a thinky video. This is just me playing Total War Warhammer 3 while my internal voice goes off. That's all that's happening here. All you're doing is listening to the voice that is normally in my head that I keep carefully curated and maintained, locked away, because if I were to just constantly verbal diarrhea all day like this, I would be in a padded room. But apparently do it on YouTube and people are like, yeah, this is fine. So that's good. But there's that, right, Great Book of Grudges. I'm trying to think of other people. There's some other people. Party Elite. Those kind of, like, they do very good thinky videos, right? They do a video, they're thinking about it, right? They're using their brain. And that's something I can't do. Now, what that means is, do I want to sack one of these places? I've got plenty of money. Ah, fuck it, we'll just head in this direction. Off we go. Off we go. Yes, all right, I get the idea. However, me, I'm not very good thinky, man. And as such, I kind of want to try and put, like, how I feel about... Let's go and beat up Cougar. How I feel about the rifts into a video. But at the same time, I'm like, it probably would just be a bit of a shit video. But never mind. This is a lot of Nurglings, Cougar. But you look fabulous. Look at the little Nurglings wiggling their little legs. They're in the air. Okay, so we've got Kugath. Kugath's turned up with a horde of Nurglings. And what a horde he has. So we're already trying to pick off these plague drones, who are pretty tanky as air cavalry go. They're going to reach us. We're going to have to send some ogre bulls back to go and deal with that. The Nurglings, though, getting absolutely... As they crest the top of this hill, they're getting absolutely raked with cannon fire. We do have some slight issues, though, with the Soul Grinder. That's probably the Soul Grind that Nurgle starts off with. That Kugath starts off with, I should say. Because he got away last time, and I think that's probably it. Our ogres bludgeoning their way into the big tide of Nurglings. The Nurglings, they're not very good, so we should be fine here. The ogre bulls are considerably better. Meanwhile, from behind, the Katos turn up to go and nom on Kugath's bottom. Not to mention the Soul Grinder's bottom. The Soul Grinder immediately gets out of dodge and goes charging down the hill into melee combat, which is fine by me, because I just didn't want him shooting at me, to be honest. Do you think there's a certain level of sort of respect between the ogres and the Great Unclean Ones? They're like, well, you've got a massive belly, so do you. Meanwhile, Kugath at the top of the hill is the target of all of our lead belchers. It looks like he's actually trying to get below the crest of the hill to get out of the fire, which is probably a good idea, because he's losing a lot of health very, very quickly. Meanwhile, the Nurglings are being mopped up, just a Soul Grinder left to deal with. And Gordon Ramsay is dealing with him personally. Thank you, Gordon. The Great Unclean Ones are just very tanky, aren't they? I do love them. But the Exalted Plague Bearers, I mean, they are tanky boys, but they're going to struggle against the sheer brutality of our ogres. I mean, admittedly, their stats are pretty good, and they've got that good, very good melee defense. But our ogre balls, I mean, we should be able to wear them down. Plus, they're outnumbered. We did lose a lot of ogres over here, but I think that was mostly thanks to our cannon fire. I think it was mostly cannon fire there, in my opinion. So that's fine. Good. Meanwhile, Kugath is getting nommed by the Katos. The Katos seem to be pretty effective against him. Got very good melee attack. I mean, we're losing some, but that should be fine. We've also got Gordon Ramsay up. He's hobbling his way up the hill. Nurglings, not the best. I mean, they're fine. Don't get me wrong. Oh no, I've got a plague. Defeated Kugath. Chance of plague spreading reduction. Okay, and more growth. All right, fine. How long have we got plague for? 8 turns. Oof. Oof. That's a nasty one.
We rest, we feast.
And we can't. So basically, for 8 turns, we can't replenish. So let's go on the attack and just batter everyone in our way. Because at least, I mean, at least everyone else should have plague as well. You know, anyone comes near us, they get plague.
Only one I listen to is me.
Right, you. Right, good. Good. I mean, I truly love Nurgle as a faction, and I genuinely cannot wait to see what other Nurgle legendary lords are going to come, because I really want to play Nurgle again. Genuinely cannot wait. What do I like here? I'm going to be honest, the more spells are just a bit meh.
This will assist my
I think.
recipes.
Just mess spells. Mess spells. If we go and take the city of Shugungang. In fact, what we could do, if we do a little marchy, we're gonna set up home. This is gonna be our new home. I've decided. Does this place have a garrison? Artillery batteries. Yes. Yes, it does. I mean, it's fine. We've dealt with worse. The only problem is with the rifts, like, no ogre camp is safe because I need heroes all over the place to stop them, and I don't have that. So I've kind of ended up with being sort of mostly nomadic, which I guess is fine. That's ogres for you. But I think this comes back to the problem with the rift, in my opinion, which is it basically takes you out of the campaign. It takes you out of the campaign, and it doesn't seem to really provide you with anything. I'm going to poop a camp out, like, here.
Everyone does what I say. Tribe Lord.
We're going to poop our camp out. I mean, it doesn't... There's no reason not to not have a camp. But as soon as Greasus goes into the realm, and it's going to happen probably in the next turn or two. You know what? We're just going to pull back, because...
Time for a feast.
Can this army do the last battle? I think they can. I think they keeping any camp alive is maybe it's just the way I'm playing it. Maybe it's because I went to war with Cathay. But
Useful to the over tyrant.
and I probably, if I was going to play the ogres again, I would definitely cozy up to Cathay. I wouldn't ally with them because that would remove. I think that removes their buffs. But I don't know whether that's... Because people were saying that if you had a military alliance or defense in Warhammer 2, it removed the AI's buffs, but that was untrue. It didn't do that. But I don't know if it does that in Warhammer 3. God, this plague... All a quiver. No, I never use that, but fuck it. It's fine. Like, I like using plagues on enemy factions, but I don't like them being used on me. Because it's kind of bullshit. Okay, so, right, so this... I'm going to get my soapbox again, aren't I? Fuck it. Who cares? We're getting on the soapbox. So this comes back to sort of a larger problem in that, like, if I'm Cougar and I'm using plagues on the AI faction, you might go, well, it's fair they can use it on you. All right, maybe. Let me pose this to you though. How many armies does the AI have? Because I can guarantee you that they outnumber me at least 4 to 1. For each faction. At least 4 armies to every one of mine. Now, if I use a plague on one of their armies, that reduces their effective combat strength, let's say, by about 20%. However, currently, I have a plague for 6 turns, which has reduced the effectiveness of my fighting ability by about 50%. Now, that's more. And it means and this is kind of the problem with the rifts as well, because I struggle in Warhammer 3 to have more than 2 effective armies. I struggled in my Kugath campaign to have more than 2 effective armies. I think in the end I had maybe 3. And that was with me hemorrhaging money. In my Zinch campaign, I don't think I even got a 2nd effective army. And so, if you have... And I think my main problem with the rifts is that it forces you to interact with them. You have to go through the rift, because if you don't, you're going to lose the game. So you have to go through the rift. You have no choice. So you have to go through the rift. You take one of your armies out. They then go on a fucking... busman's fucking holiday for 10 turns. And during that time, your entire campaign is at risk. Because you have no defense against the AI that is swarming against you. And to be honest, at this point in time, this isn't too bad. This could be considerably fucking worse. So, in but a few turns, I've got one army that's got plague, so they're just taking attrition all the time.
You're not leaving here alive.
No, well, that may be true. And I've got Kugath. I've got Greasus. I've been calling him Kugath. I might have been calling him Kugath. I'm terrible with names. Anyway, I've got Greasus, who's about to go into a rift, who will now be incommunicado for 5 to 10 turns. And during that time, I will effectively have nothing to do on the campaign map, apart from lose settlements. And maybe that's just the way I play, but fuck me does it feel rough. And it's not that I can't kill enemy armies. I can. I just can't kill all of them. And that's not a problem of my skill or my ability to play the game. That's the same thing as skill. It's a problem with the fact that I've got so much shit being thrown at me that I genuinely can't deal with it. And I can win battle after battle. In fact, I have to win battle after battle, because if I lose a battle, I've probably lost the game. Like if, I mean, to be honest, no, I probably haven't, right? If I lose Gordon Ramsay and the mountains are a complete fucking loss, then I've still got Greasus. So effectively, I haven't lost the campaign, but I've certainly lost any influence on the campaign map. And is that fun? Not really, no. And that's my main problem with the Rifts, and Warhammer 3 in general, is that it just... I think because of the... I'm having a better time on my Demon Prince campaign because the Rifts don't exist. Because the Rifts don't exist, I can concentrate on expanding my empire. And I need to expand my empire because I need the money, infrastructure, and resources to deal with everything that's being thrown at me. And if I take my main army every 25 turns and punt it off into the realm of chaos for 5 to 10 turns at a time, and then have to bring them back and stick them in rehab for, let's say, 3 turns, because they might not actually be near a capital settlement to put them in, and then I need to put them in there, and then I need another turn to get rid of it, and if I don't have the Skaven defense building, then it can take, well, it's only a 50% chance to get rid of it. So roughly that could take 2 turns, maybe 3 turns. I think at worst it's taking 3 turns. But it only strips off 1 layer of the trait, which means if you've picked up 3 layers, well, good luck. You could be in there for 6 turns waiting to get rid of all of those nasty traits. And that is my problem. The problem is it just seems to want to go, you only have 1 army. Now, you're not going to be able to use that army for this length of time in the campaign map. Enjoy. That seems to be... And that seems to be the methodology. And I don't understand it. I genuinely don't understand it. I am trying to wrap my head around what they were thinking. And not in a what the fuck is this shit? It's in a I genuinely want to know what they were thinking. Because at current, there's, other than winning the campaign, there's very little reason to want to go into the realms of chaos. No. And I just don't know. I just don't know. Gark, you're back. We've got contracts again. Right, what we got? Eliminate Yong's son. No. Capture and destroy the following settlements. Nope. And eliminate the foreign character. I mean, that could actually be done, in theory. For 800 big ones. Wow, that's really worth it. That is really, really worth it. Really, oof. There's a lot of stuff in it. Can I just win that? Can I just auto-resolve it? I'll take it. I'll take it.
My will does not bend. I serve only the dragons.
Good. I don't think there's any point upgrading that camp because we're going to lose it fairly soon. So won't worry too much about that. You're still plagued for 5 turns, and there's absolutely nothing I can do about that. So basically you're useless for 5 turns. Unless... Unless I do that. Which might be the option. Good. Yeah, so basically I think I'm enjoying my Demon Prince campaign a fuck ton more because I don't have to deal with the Chaos Rifts. Which is a shame, because they obviously put a lot of thought and work into making... Oh, god damn it. Okay, well, the rifts are open, so I guess we're going through. Now, we need to be in... Hang on. Hang on. Boop. We don't have a caster, do we? Which is a bit garbage, but not much we can do about that. Oh, did we have a corn weapon? I genuinely completely forgot about that. Okay. Where do we need to go? Right, we need to go over there. It's a long fucking way, isn't it? It's going to take us a while. Never mind. So we'll kill our way past that guy. And then scooch over here. If anyone turns up, I guess we'll bop him, which is fine. Is this the tree between the realms? I think this is a tree between, because it kind of like goes crystalline and weird at the top and then goes a bit plaguey, because the Garden of Nurgle and the realm of Tzeentch are next to each other. And the garden constantly encroaches on Tzeentch's realm, and Tzeentch flames it, and Nurgle gets shitty because he's like, you're burning my trees, mate. It's basically, have you ever heard of like that? Maybe you've had that neighbour who like goes and cuts down the bush on the boundary because it's annoying him without asking you, and then it's basically they're having a neighbour's tiff. That's what's going on there. Oh, it's a tongue. The Septic Isle. The Plague Moon. Oozy. The Great Tree. Great Tree. Tumid boughs spread across the Chaos Frames. Chaos Frames? Chaos Frames. As to its roots. What's this? Lair of the Maggot Lord. Oh. I mean, the Chaos Realms look so cool. And it's a shame that I hate coming to them. But I think maybe they should have been more like the prologue. Because I really like the prologue. And I was thinking about this. I was like, why do I like the prologue? But I can't stand the Rift campaign. And the reason is, and this came to me, the reason is that the prologue, while it takes you by the hand to start off with, then it just goes, off you go, complete your objectives. Non-aggression pact. Sure. And that's why it's better. Did we instantly lose that camp up there? Yes. Yeah. Okay, well, there we go. There we go. Now, with any luck, they'll attack us. How much food are we losing? It's 19, 12. Okay, so we lose 12 a turn, which is absolutely fine. Hopefully these guys attack us, then we can continue on. Otherwise, we'll have to attack them. Meat provided by camps. Plus 50%. Like, I've never thought that camps don't provide enough meat. At no point have I gone, God, I wish this camp provided more meat. Okay, Noblesse, raiding, don't really care. I've never got cavalry because I don't have the camps upgraded because I keep losing them. I mean, I guess this is fine. Trade negotiator. Again, not really. Butcher's apron. Alright, yeah, sure.
It helps Hocus. It helps me.
Sure, let's do that. I'm going to grab you. Because reasons.
No one tells a tyrant what to do.
Good.
Make sure I don't die, right?
That is key.
Carve and
That is key. Right, if we merge you, recruit you, merge you, recruit you, get rid of you because you're going to die. Let's do something like that.
want everything.
And I'll recruit you.
Do what I say.
Good.
Obey me. They will harvest the meat.
I mean, at least we're making money, right?
Only one I listen to is me. That was a mistake, maggot.
Doombreed, Slanesh, and Nurgle. With that name, I mean, yes, it's accurate, but also, ew. That's rough. Oh, Mr. McFryer. No, you've just turned up. Okay, you come over here, and then when we pop out of the Chaos Realm, you can come and join us. It's a shame we don't have magical support. That's an absolute bastard, in fact. But we're just going to have to live with it, apparently.
They will know burning agony.
That's right, gonna give him a curry, aren't you? You're infamous for it. Yes. Oh, you are attacking me. Oh, good. Could I auto-resolve it? Probably, but it would really hurt. It would really, really hurt. These armies do get quite nasty, don't they? Two great unclean ones? No, three great unclean ones. And yet a level 1 lord. I mean, you'd think maybe might increase the level, and then eventually maybe by the 4th round they're being led by great, you know, exalted great unclean ones? Maybe. Just throwing that out there. Anyway, on our flanks we are defended by the Gorgers, who are ghosting this pair. I mean, I don't mean like they've contacted them and now have broken off all contact for no reason and aren't explaining that. What I mean is they're just shadowing. Shadowing's the word I was looking for, not ghosting. Ghosting something different. They were shadowing them. That's what... Fuck. They were Maybe they were ghosting. I don't know. Catfishing, maybe. I don't... I'm not a micromanager in combat. I allow my horrific ogre mutants to use any psychological tricks they want. Good. Okay, the Pox Riders. I don't really like Pox Riders. I don't think they're very good. And as such, they're going to get nommed by the kitties. We've also got the Rock Ball there. Should help out quite nicely. We've got 2 units of Plague Drones who we are shadowing, or ghosting, who knows, with the Catos there to make sure that if they do land in amongst us, we can take them out. Uh-oh, Great Unclean One. Great Unclean One. Great Unclean... No one's dealt with it. No! No one's dealing with the Great Unclean One. Ooh. Okay, the Catos coming in to save the day. Good old Catos. And the Gorgers taking out the Pox Riders. However, the Pox Riders are giving us a slip. But they are now surrounded and being pulled down. Of course, we have no magic. So, because Mr. McFryer was shanked, unfortunately, which was disappointing. So, unfortunately, no magical support, which would be really useful here. But that's fine. We'll just have to make do without. We do have these Exalted Plague Bearers who are just chucking shit at us. Fortunately, it doesn't seem to be doing much damage. And now they're getting torn to shreds by the Gorgers. Greasus is trying to beat up some Plague Bearers. I don't know if he's doing very well. He's killed 13, 17. Okay, that's actually not too bad. That's fine. You're doing all right, Greasus. I'll give you that. He's not doing too badly. On the flank, we've mopped that up. We do have a big blob of Plague Bearers, Exalted Plague Bearers over here, which we're going to have to send some reinforcements to help out because we are getting surrounded and cut down. So our Catos will come in and start nomming their bottoms. In comes the Rock Ball as well. In slow motion. Just rampaging through. Has knocked those Plague Bearers all over the place. Okay, we have the upper hand now. Catos coming in from every side. Locking down those Plague Bearers. And Bad Santa dealing with the Great Unclean One, who is currently a little bit sad and is now starting to crumble away. And of course we've still got to deal with the Soul Grinder, who has been shooting us the entire battle. Has only got 1 shot left. He's got 0 shots left. Just had the 1 shot. There he is. And is now slowly meandering his way, sadly, towards what's left of his. He's not got much left, so we're going to shoot him with cannonballs until he goes away, basically, is the plan. Okay, that wasn't too bad. I mean, I wouldn't necessarily want to eat them, but I guess we're going to. But that's good, because that means we can continue on in encampment stance. I mean, probably would have been able to enter encampment stance anyway, but... Blah, 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 blah. Good. Okay, now... The Legion of Chaos is actually only one soul away. Which is... close. But we should be fine. So we can meander in this direction. What? Now, asking the real questions here. What happens if we run out of settlements? Is that a problem for us? Is that going to be a problem for us if we run out of settlements? We're not a nomadic faction though, are we? So I guess it would be a problem, but as long as we've got one, we should be fine, he says, as there's a portal right there. Do we have any... Vud! Get the fuck down here, you useless bastards. Get the fuck down here. There's no point upgrading that. Gark is here. So what, come over here and try and close down that portal. At least then, you know, that's something.
No one tells a tyrant what to do.
I don't think you want to attack me, do you? You're looking at me and you're going, that's too much stuff to deal with all at once. And I don't disagree with you. I think it is. I mean, if you do want to come and have a go, be my guest. But what we need to do is we need to get that final soul, and then we need to complete this campaign. And I guess maybe we should be thinking about what campaign to play next.
Join our next great feast. We promise not to.
I mean, the feast might be put off due to uninvited guests. Oh, good. Oh, good. Oh,
Greasus Gold.
good. Oh, good. I mean, less melee defense for everyone is kind of bullshit. I probably shouldn't leave the realm of Nurgle to the last one, because it's probably got the nastiest stupid bosses. Right, we're going to keep Mr. McFryer here. The reason we're going to keep him here is because I want to... When we come out of the realm, we'll be here. And we're going to have to get rid of that. So we're going to have to go and take Wei Jin. Probably. Or Po Mei. But we need another rift, basically. So where have you gone? Oh, you're going up there.
Only one I listen to is me.
Okay, well, you go up there, be my guests. Be my guests. I could get some iron guts. We've only got one more. Okay, that's good. The plague is almost gone. But that army's been effectively useless since. Oh my god, they've got another fucking son. I hate those rogue armies, especially when they throw really nasty shit at you. I hate that.
Don't worry, the Noblars don't bite.
They do, actually. They do love to give you a nibble. Okay, the northern provinces have entered the lands of the Plague Lord. That's not necessarily a problem. Where are you? Okay, you're down there, which is fine. Oh god, 3 fucking soul grinders. That is a whole mood, isn't it? That is a whole mood. We could do that. That does mean we're going to have to go and kill Grand Vomitus here. So let's go and do that, and then we'll probably get attacked by that other army. but that's fine. Look at those fast-moving Forsaken boys. Look at them go. Holy shit. Our lead belchers are trying to take down the rot flies before they reach us. That's it. Bring them down, boys. Meanwhile, our Katos and Gorgers are hanging around behind the enemy army because they've got lots of soul grinders and I don't want them to have them. Get them, lads. Okay, the Katos engaging the soul grinders because apparently the warning thingy, you know, when you have a unit clicked, selected, and then you look, you hold the ship, and you can see like the danger compared to what that unit. And it said to soul grinders, the Katos would be able to take them out easily. So I was like, all right, sure. The Gorgers, meanwhile, need to lock down these exalted plague bearers before we take too much damage. So one of the plague bearers is getting away, which is kind of annoying. Never mind. The Rock Bull dealing with one of those great unclean ones, knocking him right on his face. Nicely done. Meanwhile, over the other flank, we've got lots of exalted plague bearers that need to be dealt with. They are chucking all kinds of nasty things at our Iron Guts, but it doesn't seem to be doing too much damage, and we can hit them with balls of garbage in return, so that's fine. Meanwhile, the Soul Grinders getting bogged down in melee combat, which is exactly what we wanted. They're now having a real time of it and starting to get sad and crumble away. It looks like the Katos were mostly fine against the Soul Grinders, which is good. Taking a little bit of damage there, but the Gorgers are on hand to assist should we need them, and the rest of the army is now starting to crumble away. As a Nurgle, you really do need to keep your army together. They need to support each other. It's a very supportive environment. And we kind of cut their army in half. We do have some Pox Riders trying to engage the Lead Belchers, but they're not doing very well. They're struggling there. They are anti-infantry, not really anti-large. And, you know, as Ogres, we only really have large. We're large, we're in charge. Okay, we're pelting the last Soul Grinder with all the artillery. The Exalted Plague Bearers being torn to shreds by the Gorgers. The enemy general is in trouble. And I think the other Soul Grinders are either dead or going down. Look at him slowly limping his way. We probably shouldn't strafe our own units with cannonballs, but, you know, what you gonna do? What you gonna do? Our Lead Belchers now on the flank of these Plague Bearers, which is a fantastic place for them to be and a terrible place for the Exalted Plague Bearers. Because that means we can just, like, you know, shoot them full of cannonballs. Yes! Yes! Excellent. Right, well, that Great Unclean one is almost dead. Just finish him off. And if Bad Santa wasn't in the way of all of the cannonballs, that would be good. He is currently in the way of all of the cannonballs. Not that I mind shooting him with a cannonball or two. I'm not that worried. Okay, that wasn't too bad. We may get attacked by that other stack, but... Oh my god, we can reach this. So we may as well go for that, because that'll give us the heals, and also the... Oh. Stop. Attrition? Evidently? Okay, never mind. That's fine. That's fine. Gordon Ramsay is back. He's fighting fit. Excellent. We might lose Garrick Azorn. Potentially. How are you replenishing so much? Army is in a friendly province. Is it? I guess it is. Have you guys teamed up? You motherfuckers.
I'm gonna eat your guts.
Okay. 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 You can block an army. I don't really want to block you. I would prefer you both to just fuck off, frankly. If you wouldn't mind. That would be grand. Let's upgrade you. May as well. Let's get some upgrade, because we can defend this. We can defend this camp. We know we can. So that's exciting. Let's get some lead belchers. Why the fuck not? And you know what? Man-eaters, because I don't have those and I'd like them.
Survivor of the flame trial. The Ivory Road is open to you.
Yep. Good. No. Once again. You know what I think the problem... My problem with Warhammer 3 is that it feels like survival. It feels like a desperate battle for survival. It doesn't feel like, oh, yes, I'm making gains. It feels like, well, fuck. I guess things are bad. Oh, God. Oh, no. Vards. You were like one fucking turn away, mate.
Follow the flames.
Is that literally... Is it shitted out the first evil Rift army? Well, I can't do much about that, so I guess we're screwed. Grimtop is not going to be able to hold that off.
They cannot march through magma.
Right. Right. Okay. Well, good. How many settlements do we have? Not very many. Okay.
There's no guts.
You know what? We're just going to march in this direction. Because I don't really care all that much.
Don't you dare rest.
Then we can camp up and we can head to do the Nurgle survival battle. Fuck me. How many settlements do we have left? 6. We've got 6 settlements. And that's about to be 5. Because that is just horrible.
I am the tenderizer.
That's just horrible. And I don't...
Warriors today,
do I have... I would need Iron Guts, really, to deal with Soul Grinders of that magnitude. And I've got Lead Belchers, but a Soul Grinder takes an absolute beating. And they've got, how many Soul Grinders have you got? 2, 3, good. Okay, they've got half a stack of Soul Grinders there. So, great. Right. Okay, well, that... Okay, well, right, the poll for next time... the poll for next time is, should we fight the Nurgle fight? If we can. Or should we auto-resolve it? Keeping in mind that we will be shut out over here, where we're now in range of 2 enemy armies.
Touch of Dragonborn is blasphemy.
Maybe more. Mr. McFry, you come down here. Can you just do some scouting for me?
New direction.
Okay, so it looks like there's only 2 armies here. So that's, you know, that could be worse. There's only 2 armies. It's fine. So the poll is, should we auto-resolve that fight? Or should we just fight it and try and limit our casualties as much as possible so we can go straight in to the final battle? That's going to be the poll for next time. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next episode.